It's a wonderful day here in our studio at Taza TV on the program My Community, My Pride. I hope you'll be following our page on Facebook at Taza TV and our channel on YouTube at Taza TV. This afternoon, I'm having some persons, indigenous youths of FCT, who have come to the studio for us to have a tete-a-tete on how to see to the development of their community. They have so much concern about things that are happening in their community that they feel the world should know. Of course, we at Ataza TV is telling your story or telling our stories ourselves, and that is the reason why they've come to tell their stories in the best way it should. And I wouldn't be the one telling the story now. I will quickly bring them up on camera so that they will tell us why they came to this studio this afternoon. With me is the secretary to the chief of Lanta. Is it Lanto or Lanto? Lanto. Lanto community. Lanto community is in Kuje area council in the FCT Abuja, and is by name Zachary Ismaila. Zachary Ismaila is the secretary to the chief of Lanto. Did I pronounce that well?
Yes.
And then the president of the student union of Lanto is also here with me in the studio in person of Husseini Ismaila David. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
How are you doing?
Doing fine. Thank God.
It's good that you are here with me in the studio this afternoon. Having received reports of things that are happening in Lanto community, most especially about the access road. I feel that it's best that you tell your story yourself. What is happening in Lanto community?
Good afternoon once again. As he says, my name remains Hussein Ismaila David Comrade, the student president of Lanto community. We are here to air our problem or challenges on access road to the community. The community Lanto is a community under Kuje area council that has been facing a lot of challenges in terms of roads. Most of our students who are crossing outside, who are studying outside the community, hardly find it. They find it difficult to go out where it is raining because the road, the river there is inaccessible where it rains. And also, those at the primary school in the community where it rains, the teachers don't come in. There will be no school that day where it rains because the river will be filled up. So it has become a challenge, and it did not just end there. We have a lot of souls. Let's say this year, almost 4 people have gone through that river.
Got drowned in the river?
Yeah, 4 people. So we have come to tell the world what we are facing in the community. And if you are privileged to have the opportunity to help this community, please help a brother and help a community so that we will live as others are living happily.
Lanto is in Kuje area council of the FCT.
Yes.
Under which political ward?
Under Chibiri Ward.
Chibiri ward. Lanto community is under Chibiri ward in Kuje area council. Now, this river you're talking about, is there any other accessible road to the community
Not at all.
without crossing this river?
There is not.
Quickly, Mr. Zachary Ismaila, can you quickly tell me how many communities link this road or link up to this road? We discovered that from what you just said, the river now is one of the major roads to Lanto community. Is it just Lanto community that use this river path, or there are other communities that uses that path? And you can quickly just tell us approximately, you estimate the number of the population around that area.
Thank you very much, my brother. Just as my brother said,
Yes.
he's very, very right. And that is the only road that leads to Lanto community and other many villages.
Okay.
After Lanto, we have another community called Godoji. After Godoji, we have another community called Tondo. After Tondo, we have another village called Wumi. After Wumi, we have another village called
Shaji.
After Shaji, we have another community called Sabo.
Sabo.
which is the chairman community.
Okay, the chairman of the area council comes from Sabo,
Yes.
and this road also leads to his community.
Yes.
Wow.
After Sabo, we have another community called Rubokia.
Riboka.
Yes.
Okay.
Rubokia. After Rubokia, we have another village called Gaye.
Geye.
After Gaye, we have another village called Gaun.
Gaun.
Yes. And lastly, there's a village called Kwaku.
Kwaku.
But we call it Babu with our tribe, but other people pronounce it Kwaku.
Bagu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Mm.
You have about 10 communities.
Yes. Approximately, I think we should be population of 9 or 10,000 people.
10,000 people that use this road.
Yes.
And how do people now access township? Looking at this river now, that when it rains, look at the flood. Just take a look at the flood. Look at the river, very, very big water. How do people now access township? The students, do you have a senior secondary school in your community?
No.
You have a junior secondary school?
No.
All what you have is just primary school.
Yes.
With some of the teachers, are they, all the teachers, are they in that community?
Never. Many are coming from outside.
So whenever there is rain, they don't come.
That's to say, let me permit me to say there's no school that day.
Then those in the junior secondary schools that go for day, how do they cope?
Okay. Now it does rain, and a very big rain, the river filled up. The only thing, there's no school for our brother and sister that day. And now when it happened that it is exam period, if we, the elderly brother to them, did not have the principal's number, if it is exam, that is to say they mix exam that day. But if we happen to have the principal's number to call him that this is what happened, you know, the secondary school is just around and they are aware that we have a river that is denying us to our people to have. They will now call them, they will say yes, they understand with us. They will either maybe reserve their paper for them tomorrow. Other people are writing one today, but because they missed yesterday,
they cannot access the road.
Yes, then they will now give them 2 because they missed.
I understand very well, very well. Now, quickly, what effort have you made to see that the federal government attention or the local government attention, area council per se, have been drawn to these projects?
Okay, as a community, there's a lot of effort we have put in place to see that this problem is solved. But yet, our efforts keep abortive. We have written several times to the council chairman, but all the result we get when they comes, they said the river, the area council chairman cannot be able to construct this bridge. So we've written to the FCT senator, who we are directed to bring it through the present FCT state chairman, Honorable Sunday Zaka HIV. But we don't know even if our report has gotten there. But there are other projects like some mini project like the healthcare center that the FCT senator has been supporting. So we know that he knew about this community. It's not that he don't know. They know we are not challenging them, but we are coming here to tell them our problem so that the world will hear and know the solution to it.
You've made efforts. You've written to the senator of the Federal Capital Territory, Senator Philip Tenimu Aduda. And what about the chairman?
We've written to the chairman.
You've written to the chairman too, and that's when they now told you that this project is beyond the chairman. And yeah, of course, you see, there are projects that are beyond the chairman per se, even though I've not been to the site to know how much is involved. And I know also that there are some constituency projects also that comes to either the senator or the member House of Reps. This is what I'm going to do, my findings. If we have companies that are under construction, they can best tell us the cost of construction of that bridge. But of course, I feel the FCT minister have a role to play. The FCT minister represents the governor of FCT. FCT minister's role is not just to see to the development of the urban areas or the satellite towns. FCT minister is the minister of both the rural and the urban. These are the kind of projects we should start seeing the FCT minister doing for our people in the rural areas.
Can I please come in there?
Please come in.
The FCT, I heard you mentioning FCT minister.
Yes.
The FCT minister came down to that river himself. He has ever visited the river.
Okay.
During the last chairman, Honorable Abdullah Galadima.
Okay.
I think in 2007 or 18, wherever.
The present minister.
The present minister of FCT.
He came out of his car and go down to the river, touch the water, which was not a story, life and direct. Got me, that chief of.
Now, since he came, have there been any kind of follow-up to the office in regards constructing the bridge? Because the lives of about 9 to 10,000 lives that passes through that road is not a small population.
Yes.
The economic activity, how do people survive in that place?
The economic activity actually during harvest, just the way I said earlier to you, during the harvest, like the Lanto community is the largest community that is is the community that produces the largest distant tomatoes farm. So we're having a lot of people farming tomato. That is what we're based on, the cash crops. And when it rains, we find it difficult to cross those crops to the main market. So sometimes we have to wait late till evening where it will get, it's a perishable
yes,
that cannot stay
food.
for long. So by the time they will get spoiled and the farmer will get up losing instead of gaining. So we are even tired. Our people keep crying. How do we find solution to this? So
you see, even this have affected the economic activities, as he rightly said. They are the largest producers of tomatoes in the entire FCT. If this is not solved, they are not just losing education, they are not just losing they are losing their lives, because you say a lot of people used to get drowned in the water.
Yes,
in
this
the river.
year almost 4 people recorded now.
Recorded.
So far.
They cannot cross to access the township. Most of them that are working in town. They cannot even sell their produce. They cannot transport their produce to the farm. This is worse than death itself. These are people that are said to live in the federal capital city of Abuja, the capital city of Nigeria. The city of Nigeria, Gabadea, Patapata, is Abuja, still having this kind of communities. And yet we keep saying Abuja is developed, Abuja is developed. And yet to say we have the FCT minister. FCT minister, it's time for you to wake up to the plight of our people. Our people are dying. Our people are suffering. The allocations, federal allocations coming to the FCT minister for development of FCT should be extended to the rural communities. This is our passionate appeal. And I want to tell you that you should not relent.
We will not.
Keep knocking at the doors of the chairman. Keep knocking at the doors of the House of Rep members. Keep knocking at the doors of the senator. Keep knocking at the door. Use every avenue to see that you salvage your people. And we on Atazo TV, telling our stories ourselves, will make sure that we amplify your voice and see where help will come. We'll make sure that this video goes viral. Let's see interest people coming to pick interest. Let's see non-governmental organizations come to pick interest in your case. Because as you can see the river, you can see the number of people that are lining up to cross this river. Just imagine about 10 communities. This is their major access road. So in your final words, what do you have to say?
Actually, we want to appreciate the Atazo TV for giving us this privilege. And just the way we've rightly said, we are not fighting the government, but rather appealing to the government still to come and do something in this community, because we are part of this community. Those of us who have been seen as an allies, previous elections, some of our community members feel that if nothing will not be done, election will not be conducted in this community. But we see it as a party where it will not be a help. It's better we cast our vote and then have the power to speak. And that is why we keep on going every day and day for this election. You just brought up a point here that I need to talk about. Has there been any election held during rain season? There have never been.
Okay, so all during the process of campaigning, they've been having it.
They're having access to the community.
Access to the community.
Yes.
So they are not faced with all of these challenges because most elections don't fall during rain season. It's just dry season. So by the time they just come, they have their way in and out. And then during rain season, the people are just made to suffer.
Yes.
This is not good. You want to say something?
Yes, I want to chip in something. Just as you are asking, that's exactly what happened. Their campaign period normal for dry season. That time, community effort has already because we have what we call community effort. That one, the rain spoil our road. After rain, like this October, November now, we now gather ourselves that let us go and repair to our own best that will enable us to. That is the period that will now come in.
Having everything
easy to pass and come out.
This is not good. Can you hear this story? Please, Nigerians. Please, Nigeria, if you are watching this video, when this video go viral, it's high time we start advocating for the rural communities. It's high time we start telling our stories ourselves. Our people are suffering. These are people that have sacrificed their lands for the development of the Federal Capital Territory. These are people that have sacrificed their culture. These are people that have sacrificed their heritage just to see that the Federal Capital, the capital of Nigeria, stands. But what do they get in returns? So we are appealing to the FCT minister to come to the aid of these people. Finally, what have you been? This flood, this is your flood all over. Is your community affected by flood? Because looking at that big body of water.
Not actually.
Not at all.
No, not at all.
We all know that it can feed up and be taking our people, but it has not go beyond the distance and maybe bring any house down. We've not experienced that one. No.
All right, this is what we're drawing the curtain for today. You've all heard the story yourself. This is pitiful. This is what the people of FCT are facing, the indigenous people who sacrificed their lands for the development of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, people that forgo their ancestral land, people that are losing their culture every day because of all these resettlement issues. They are supposed to be treated like first-class citizens of this country. They are not supposed to be abandoned. FCT Minister, we are appealing to you. Please come to the aid of these people. You can see the population of that community. You can see how the children are suffering. Their future is threatened. Their good future is shattered. People are dying every day. Please stay tuned and continue to follow us on our page at Taza TV as we bring you lots and lots more of our community projects or community programs. Don't forget that if you have problems, you have some challenges that you feel Ataza TV should come and amplify your voice and get to the appropriate channel, please, you can hit us up on our page Ataza TV, on our YouTube channel Ataza TV. I am Solomon Benjumagada. Don't go away.
Subscribe to this channel